kittens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylin and I own Ollie's Crochet where we sell patterns, plushies, and more. I'm so happy you guys are here. Today is Thursday, so we don't have a long week to film. This has been a very busy week. I released my Silly Birds pattern a day early, so on the 26th I released it, which I believe was on a Tuesday, and I was gonna release it on the 27th originally, but all my testers finished up early, so I released it early, and that pattern did really, really good. This was by far my most successful pattern drop ever, so if you bought the pattern, thank you so much, and even if you didn't and you just liked or shared the posts where I advertised the pattern, thank you so much because you were helping my dreams come true. We made a bunch of Silly Birds last week and the week before, so this week we're not going to be making any more. We're going to be taking a little break from them to work on some other things. I'm also kind of taking it easy right now because my AC just started blowing hot for some reason, and I am so hot in my house. It is 81 degrees in here right now, so I have all the ceiling fans on. I'm wearing flowy, comfy clothes to try to cool off a little bit, and I know crocheting is going to make me sweat, but we have to crochet anyway. I did want to update you guys on the goose drop that I did last week, and I will be honest, it failed. So the week prior, I dropped, I think like 10 geese, and they all sold out within just like a 2-hour span, which was pretty cool. And the only item that I've ever had that sold out on a drop. I've never had that happen to me before. So the following week, I decided to crochet a ton of birds, and I think I crocheted a total of 18 of them, if I remember correctly. It might have been even more. No, it was 18 geese and 5 zombie birds. No, actually it was way more than that. 17 geese, 5 zombie geese, and then 4 other birds. So I had a pretty big bird drop and I only sold 4 of them. I really thought it would do a lot better because the week prior it sold out, and this week I only sold 4, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it because I have a market coming up in November and they're on my website until then, so if I still have some left, I'm just gonna bring it to the market, and I think they'll do pretty good at the market. But I guess everybody who wanted one got one the first time. I had quite a few people commenting, asking me when I was gonna restock, saying they like were prepping for the restock and being prepared for it and stuff like that, and then didn't actually buy one when I dropped it, which happens sometimes, and it's just the reality of owning a small business. You have your wins and your losses, but overall I think it's still a win because I had to prep all of those in order to perfect my Silly Birds pattern anyway. And like I said, I have a market coming up in a few months and I want to try to look into some markets beforehand, so it's fine. It's not a big deal, and with this pattern being such a successful drop, I'm still happy about it. I'm so thankful, so grateful that so many people bought this pattern, and I can't wait to see everybody's Silly Birds. You guys have been posting left and right different variations that you've been making, and oh my goodness, they have been so cool. One person prepped like probably 15 different birds, and they were just random colors and kinds, and they look so good together. So it has been really cool seeing you guys love and appreciate this pattern because I really poured my heart into it, as I do all my patterns. Sometimes they take off, sometimes they don't, and when they do take off, it's just so rewarding. So I do appreciate you guys so much. This week, because we really just focused on admin work and uploading patterns, we've not crocheted hardly at all. I honestly think I've only crocheted 2 things this week, and they're very small, so I'm gonna show you guys what those are. This is for a pattern test that I am working on for PeachPuffPatterns, and they are these little tiny kittens. They're so cute. I just love them so much. They work up very quickly. They're about an hour, and they're just the most cuddliest little size. I just don't even know how to explain them. I feel like they would even just look so cute chilling on your desk. I'm a 25-year-old mom who still loves and collects stuffed animals, and I would totally get one of these and just keep it on my desk to keep me company, or in the dash of my car. It is just a little cute buddy. So I made this one in this chocolatey brown color. I believe this yarn is by Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is a really pretty rich brown, which you can't really find with normal Bernat, so I think this is Yarn Bee. And then this one is a variegated yarn from Bernat Blanket. I don't remember the color of it. I think it's called Dried Flowers, but that could be totally wrong. I know there's a variegated yarn called Dried Flowers. I just don't know if it's this one or not. But this one is super cute, and I love how he came out. And I am in the middle of working on this one. This one is a Bernat tweed yarn. I decided to do the tail a little bit differently to cut down on the time and make it go a little bit faster because we are doing a little bit of market prep. So I thought this would be super cute because this is the kind of tail that I do on my loaf cats, and it's still adorable. I actually love it quite a bit, and like I said, it cuts down on a lot of time. So we are finishing up this one. This is a headless cat so far, but we are going to get started on it. I'm doing a short mini series on my Instagram that I started yesterday, which was the 27th. So today, like I said, is the 28th, and we have a few more days to finish the series up because I want it done by August 31st. So every month I have a goal to fill up this bin, and it is pretty big. And this is just where I store my plushies for the month, so I can do an overall video of the month of everything that I made and still have in stock. So this month is where I'm at so far, and And the goal, like I said, to finish it, I don't know if I'm going to reach it though, because I have all of this to do. And as you guys know, I am a toddler mom, which does take up the majority of my time. So I don't know if this is going to be possible, but we're going to try our best. So yesterday in the little mini series, I got these 2 done, which like I said, they take about an hour, and only getting done about 2 hours of crochet is not that great for me. It's not what I can normally get done. It just depends though on my daughter's nap times, her schedule, stuff like that. I also got done half of this, so I would say that's another 30 minutes or so. And the goal is to fill up the rest of this with probably as many cats as I can, and then I'm going to start market prepping another item. I just don't know yet. I do need to get started on quite a few custom orders that I took, so maybe we'll get started on that in this video too. I'm not sure. We're just gonna kind of see where this video takes us. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this cat, and then I think maybe I'll start on that custom because I have to get it shipped out. But that's also not something that I can add to the bin because it'll be shipped out. So I don't know, we'll see, and we will go ahead and get into it. But for now, let's crochet. Okay, so I just finished up all of the crocheted pieces for this little tiny kitten, and I have to go grab the darning needle real quick to go ahead and weave in all of these pieces, as well as embroider the little tiny pink nose, but the needle is in the room that my daughter is sleeping in, so I'm gonna go grab it in a minute. Wish me luck for that. Anyway, before I do that, I want to tell you guys one of my favorite things about this yarn that I actually totally forgot about is not only the texture, I love it so much. Bernat Tweed is chef's kiss, the best textured yarn I've ever felt. This brown, I'm sitting like in the sun right now in my bedroom, the windows letting in some sunlight to work, and it's a really rich brown. However, when the sun hits it just right, it almost looks like a plum color to me. I don't know if you guys see that or it's just me, but I feel like there's plum to it. I don't know. I think it is so pretty, and I just love this color so much. And look at that fuzzy texture. I mean, it is just perfect. This is the perfect yarn for amigurumi. I think like it is the best yarn ever. If I could get tweed in every color in the world, it would be the only yarn that I would ever buy. Every plushie of mine would be tweed. I love it so much. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how pretty that color is because I just love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the needle and hope that I don't wake my daughter up and hopefully come back. Mission accomplished. I was able to successfully get the yarn without waking up my daughter. Okay, so currently I am just using the darning needle to weave in the ends for the ears. I'm kind of just weaving it in and out of the front and back of the ear because the ears are crocheted on using a surface crochet method. So there's not any kind of like inside of the ear, if that makes sense, where I would normally weave in ends or just tuck the ends in. So I'm weaving them in and out of the ear itself and then tucking them into the head. Oh, how precious. I love, love, love this pattern. This pattern is so good. Like I said, this is a pattern test that I'm doing, but it's one of those pattern tests where you just want to make a trillion of them because it's so brilliant and so great. And the fact that these are no-sew, I feel like cats are so popular to begin with, but a no-sew cat, come on, I'm sold. My goal is to have a little box of kittens at my next market. Like kittens for adoption, that's what I want to do. I wanted to do that with loaf cats originally, but I kind of like these cats a little bit more. The style of them is just more realistic and I just think it's so cute. So yeah, we are gonna make a good amount of these hopefully. This week I would like to get it shipped out by Saturday, so I need to either stay up late tonight and do it or do it tomorrow, but it's about to be 4 o'clock. It's 3:46 p.m. right now and it's my daughter's first nap of the day. Oh my goodness. But I think I'm gonna make a coffee soon, my second coffee of the day, so that I can stay up a little bit late tonight. I know I need to stop doing that. It's not something I do often. It's pretty rare, but sometimes you just need to stay up late and get your orders done. And yeah, I'm trying to get out of that habit and break that habit. But right now, I'm really trying to pour my all into this business and go hard on it because it's just my dream. And yeah, I'm maybe pushing myself a little bit too hard, but I think it'll pay off. So I might lose like 2 hours of sleep every once in a while, but it's worth it in the end, and I am catching up on sleep. I'm not like neglecting my health in any way. I'm catching up, but I think tonight I'm gonna stay up late because I need to get this order done. Somebody ordered 20 mystery octos, and they need 6 of them made custom with embroidered eyes for kids, and the rest of them have safety eyes. So the reason I need to make more of those, because I have like 100 something of them, I believe, is because all of the ones I have safety eyes attached, and they only take like 5 minutes to make, so it's not too bad. It would be like 30 minutes of my time. That's fine, I can do it. But the other ones need to have embroidered eyes, which take a little bit longer. Yeah, they just need to be safe for kids. So that's a custom order that I need to get done because I want it shipped by Saturday at the latest. That's my goal. Enough talking about that order that we haven't even started yet. I want to show you guys this cute little cat. Oh, look how precious. I love him so much. These are going to be so hard to sell because they're just so cute. And I've even said before, I'm not like a big cat person. I'm allergic to cats, so I can't have them. But these little kittens, these just like hit the spot. These make me like almost want a kitten, honestly. I can't even believe it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this one to the bin, and then I think we're gonna get started on a blue one. I have this blue yarn, this bit of speckle left, or tweed, sorry, not speckle, tweed. I have this little bit left, and it's not enough to make anything at all. It's not even enough to make one of my tiny octos, and that's the smallest thing that I make. But the good thing about cats is that they are so often naturally variegated, I guess you could say that. They have like mixed fur. So I think I could just throw this one in maybe like on the belly or on the head or something like that and make a little patch on the cat. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And I realized this is such a great scrap yarn buster project because you can so easily variegate a cat with the smallest amount of yarn and get rid of your stash and not waste any yarn, because yarn is expensive. It costs money, and I won't waste any of it. If I have this much yarn left, like literally these are going inside a plushie. That is stuffing. I don't waste anything. I'm really loving this pattern so much because it is not only no sew, not an ounce of sewing required, which you guys know I absolutely despise sewing. I think it is the bane of my existence and the most horrible thing in the world. But this is no sew, and it's not no sew with hard techniques. Like, you know how some no sew patterns are just really easier to sew because the no sew technique makes it so wild, like you have to do the craziest stitches in the world. This one is just still very easy, basic stitches, so it's not hard to do at all. It's honestly something that you could end up memorizing because it is so simple and just such a cute little quick pattern. Also does not require hardly any stuffing. There isn't a lot of stuffing used at all for this pattern because of, I guess, kind of the shape of the kitten, if that makes sense. You don't have to stuff the body very heavily. You just stuff the head more firmly to keep that shape, but the body kind of is meant to be floppy and flop around. I think of it as like a lovey that's not exactly a lovey, if that makes any sense at all. It kind of gives lovey vibes without being a full lovey. I don't know if that makes any sense at all whatsoever, but it makes sense in my head. So yeah, there is very little stuffing used, and the legs are so small that I didn't even have to stuff them. They kind of just keep their shape and size, and the yarn on the inside that is from starting the magic ring when you pull it and that string of yarn gets longer, that's usually enough to stuff these in my experience. That's what I've noticed, and I've had to add very little stuffing to these, if any at all. The majority of them have no stuffing. So that's nice. If you end up getting this pattern and you want to know what I do to make the tail just the chain, on the row of the tail, I single crochet 1 additional single crochet, and then I chain 9 and I single crochet down the chain until I get back to the base of the cat. That's it. From that point, I do have to slightly adjust the stitches for the legs and stuff based on, you know, the fact that the tail isn't crocheted through the body, so it doesn't take up as many stitches, but it's not hard to do to adjust the tension on the legs. I can't tell you guys like how many stitches I do to place the legs either, because it's going to be based on your tension, but you can kind of just look at the front of the cat and know where the legs are going to be. I hope that makes sense, that explanation, but it seems to work pretty well for me. This is the second cat that I've done this on now, and I really like the outcome of it. Like I said, it saves quite a bit of time, which I'm all for with market prep. So as you can see, there is the tail, It'll look better when it has more body to it, but yeah, then there's the legs right on the front. I just finished up the fourth cat, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at first it was not my favorite. I was like, oh no, I don't like what is happening. I thought that I was gonna run out of the speckle way sooner than I did, and I'm actually still not out. I have so much speckle left. Well, not so much, that's a lie. I have enough to do another variegated piece on another cat, which I am gonna do, but I totally forgot about the speckle when I was making the body, and that's where I was originally going to incorporate it, was like the belly area. And then I got to the face and I was like, crap, haven't even started using it. So the intention was to do a slightly variegated face, and this is what we came up with, because I thought I was gonna run out of speckle like around this area, and then I just got back here and only had a few more rows left. Like, it was not that many, and these are mainly decreases, so it's not a lot. And he was about to end up with a speckled head with like a little blue dot on the back, and that was not gonna look good. So I decided to cut it off around here, and I was like, still not a fan of what he was looking like. I thought he was gonna be very ugly, and I considered frogging it, but now I'm happy I didn't, because I thought he was just gonna have a white face and that was it. But because I did this ear here and it kind of matches up where this cut off, it looks like it's variegated up that way, if that makes sense, and I'm very happy with it. I think he came out really cute. It was definitely a trust the process kind of thing, but he's pretty adorable, and the nose brought it all together. Once you add that nose on, it's a cat. It's no longer just a weird shaped animal, it's a cat. So I'm happy with how he came out, and I'm gonna get started on another one. I think the fifth one, I'm gonna use this sage green color. It is called Smoky Green from Bernat. I think I'm gonna use this one for the fifth one, and I think I'm gonna add in the rest of this speckle, which we'll see if I make the same mistake. Good morning, everybody. It is actually not morning. I think it's like 3 o'clock, and it is the next day. So today is Friday, and we're gonna go ahead and pack up some orders first. So I can't remember if I told you guys about this one or not, but in case I didn't, I am gonna go ahead and recap real quick. Also, don't mind my awkward shirt. I'm trying to repurpose the shirt and still get some use out of it. I noticed it has a hole here, so I decided to do like a cut off the shoulder look in hopes that it saves the shirt for a little bit longer, because I really love the fit of this shirt. So just bear with that whole situation. But anyway, in case I did not tell you about this order from yesterday, or a few days ago really, I'm gonna go ahead and recap it and let you know what it is and then show it to you guys first. So as many of you know, I sell my mystery baby octos for $3 a piece on my website and at markets, and I had somebody reach out to me and order 20 of them. This turned into a custom order because even though I have a ton made and I keep them in stock in my office, they requested 6 with embroidered eyes because they're going to be going to babies. So I made 6 of them fresh so that I could embroider the eyes, because I usually just put 12mm eyes in them, and obviously those are not safe for a toddler, let alone a newborn. We have them all in here, and I'm going to show you guys which ones I picked just really quickly. They requested 4 blue colors for boys, and then the other 2 they didn't really care as far as the embroidered eyes go. So let me show you real quick this. So this customer ordered from me in the past. I think they got 10 of them if I remember correctly, and they reordered this week and messaged me and said that they wanted the embroidered eyes. So I just did those on, like I said, 6 of them. I don't even know which ones have embroidered eyes through here, but it's kind of random. There's another one, and yeah, somewhere in here. But she told me that she keeps them in her purse and she passes them out to kids like at church, or sometimes it just looks like a kid's like having a rough day or whatever, so she gives it to them. I thought that was super sweet, so we decided to throw in just 3 extra ones just because that way she has a few more to give to kids, because that's just like, it's such a cool thing that she's doing. I feel like that is so kind and literally changes a kid's day around, or honestly sometimes even like their life. I feel like if a kid's in a bad situation, they'll remember the lady who gave them like a little octopus and carry it with them forever. So this is the little combination that we are giving her. We do the mystery octopus and we just grab them at random, but because of the request and the situation, I made the extra ones without any hesitancy. That's no problem at all. So this order is going to be going out today. I lied to you guys. I have a pickup scheduled for tomorrow. It is going out tomorrow on Saturday, not today. The next thing we are shipping out is a little bit of an art trade. It is not an order, but it is one of my Christ Coffee and Crochet t-shirts. So this is going to JB Baby Designs, who is in Canada, and she's going to be sending me back a necklace. So watch out for that. I will be posting it probably Well, actually, yeah, both here and on Instagram. When it comes in, it'll be in the future because she has to make it, whereas this one I didn't hand make, so it didn't take as much time. But yeah, I'm sending this one out, and the drop for these shirts is Sunday, August 31st. So in 2 days from today, and by the time this video is out, it would have been 1 day after the drop. I got quite a few shirts and crew necks, so I'll be honest with you guys, I don't expect this drop to sell out. I expect to have some, obviously if it does, that would be amazing, but I do expect to have some left online and then maybe bring some to future markets. So if you're watching this video today on Monday, September 1st, and you want a shirt, I'm sure there's some still on the website and you should go check it out. And the next thing that sold was actually, I think the order came through first thing this morning if I remember correctly, so I am going to pack it up. I'm going to put this one in a box so that it is nice and safe because it is glass or ceramic, but it is one of my mugs that says Crochet Fuel. So I will put a picture on the screen because I'm not going to open this one up because it is packaged so nicely already and I don't want to mess that up. But this is going to be going out tomorrow too. Some of my packing supplies is in a separate room where if I go and open up doors and stuff, my daughter will 100% wake up. And as you guys know, I crochet and work while she's napping 99% of the time. So we're not going to pack these up yet, but we will do a time lapse in this video to get everything packed up for sure. Until then, I'm going to show you guys the last cat that I made. I don't think I showed it to you on camera. I know I put it on my Instagram, but I think that I didn't have time to finish recording on here. So it is this one. This is a sage green with the leftover speckle. That is the absolute last bit of the black and white speckle I have, which I'm so sad about. But also this plushie is so cute that I'm happy it's a part of this plushie and not another one. Like I said, I am doing the chained tail. I just find it so much easier and I do like the effect of it a lot. I think it's very cute and it suits them very well. So this is the last cat that we made, and this is all of the kittens together so far. All 5 of them. They look so cute. I love them so much. The bin update is looking pretty good. I mean, I made way more progress than I thought, and the kittens are starting to take up some space, which is exactly what we want. So it is looking good. Like you guys can see, we're almost to the top. I actually might be able to hit this by August 31st. I don't know. We'll see. Right now I'm working on a cat in these colors. This was just a random skein that I've had for years, probably like 3 years, and I didn't know what to do with it yet. I think it's called like jelly bean or something along those lines. So we're gonna use it for a kitten because why not? And next, I don't know what color we're gonna use, but I'm sure I'll find something. Because with this, it's nice. You can do crazy colors or neutrals, and I have so many muted neutrals that I would like to use up and get rid of. So I'll probably make a bunch more kittens in neutral colors after this. Let's go ahead and get to crocheting. I just finished up the body and I stuffed it. I actually added a little bit more stuffing than I like. I like these ones to be a little bit more flat, so it's like I explained, like a snuggler but not a snuggler. And I realized I'm such a ditz. I literally have been using an earring as a stitch marker for the entire body because I was like, where the heck did my stitch marker go? It was on my nightstand like 5 feet away from me where I left it. So using a stitch marker from here on out. Hello everybody, happy Saturday. I'm gonna go ahead and give a quick little update that is not related to the bin, but it's for good reason. First of all, I guess it is kind of a bin update, but not like a progress update. It's the exact opposite, but it's not a bad thing. So this morning I had my ducks and geese and stuff listed online, and this morning 2 of them sold. So we sold a mystery bag that is not in here, and in the same order they ordered the ugly duckling as well as one of the normal silly geese. So those 2 came out of the bottom of the bin, and of course it did take some inventory out of it, but I'm never mad about a sale, so it's okay. I don't count it as like a real setback because we're doing this to sell the plushies and market prep. So if things sell in the meantime along the way, I'm okay with that. Can't remember if you saw these 2 or not. So in case you didn't see them, I'm going to show you here. I finished this green one with a little speckled face and this variegated like plum and blue one. So those 2 are done, and I have a total of, I believe, 8 kittens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Currently, I am finishing up the prep for tomorrow's shirt drop. So they're upside down right now. Let me turn around. These are all of the shirts. I have been wearing this one for most of the day today, but I took it off to take some final photos for the listings. So I just did a little video and reel on my Instagram with me wearing all of them. These are my shirts, so they're a little bit wrinkled. They literally just came out of the dryer. I put them in there to make sure they're all fresh and washed and stuff so that I could take good listing photos. But yeah, this is all of these shirts together. So I have the Small Business Big Dreams, Christ Coffee and Crochet, like a vintage inspired one, a Coffee and Crochet one, Christ Coffee and Crochet again, but floral, Trick or Treat crew neck, and a Support Local Businesses t-shirt. It's just so cool and surreal to see them all together, and I do have all of the inventory on the dining room table. Of course, these ones, like I said, are mine. They are not being purchased. These are the ones I'm going to keep forever, so I used these for the listing photos because I didn't want to open up your guys' shirts because they're all individually wrapped. So let me show you my dining room table. I'm not gonna talk out there because my daughter is asleep in the living room again, but I'm gonna just show you a quick overlay so you can see how much we have. It's actually kind of crazy. So this morning I went to a little outdoor market event to like scope it out, see if I want to go there in the future, and I don't think it is one that I'm going to go to because it didn't seem too busy. It wasn't that packed with vendors or customers, unfortunately, and I talked to some of the vendors there and they said they weren't really getting many sales, so I don't think I'm going to go there in the future. However, I do still have the market coming up November 22nd, and that one is a guarantee that I'm going to, and I'm stocking up for that one. So if any of these shirts do not sell, I'm going to be bringing them to that market because it's other local businesses. There are actually some of my customers who are crocheters who come in too, so I think some of these shirts will sit well with them, they'll like them and be interested in them, and if not, it'd just be cool to have some extra stuff out my display that's not just plushies. So I do think that would be fun. Other than that, today after the market I came home and I have been listing these things like crazy, going through my inventory, making sure I have all my numbers correct with the sizes. Currently I only have sizes in the shirts from small to 2XL, and I would like to include more inclusive sizing in the future, like probably from extra small to 4XL, but right now, because it is my first drop, I had to kind of minimize it with the most common sizes, and like I said, in the future, I plan on getting way more and hopefully having more inclusive sizing just across the board. So I did want to let you guys know that, and I'm also going to do one more rundown of all the shirts together, open them up and show you guys, because I believe there's one that you guys have not seen yet. It came in the other day and I showed it on Instagram, but I don't remember if it came in when I was recording, so you guys may have not seen it. If you haven't, I'm going to show it again, and if any of you guys are interested, because like I said, I don't expect this to fully sell out because I do have quite a few shirts, and it is the first time I'm doing a shirt drop, and it's kind of like a scary thing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all the shirts together. In case you want them and want to check them out on my website, feel free to do so. We have the Small Business Big Dreams one in this light pink color, and this is what it looks like up close. Next, we have the Christ Coffee and Crochet one. Then this one just says Coffee and Crochet. Like I said, ignore the wrinkles. It's because I've been flipping them around and stuff like that for photos, and they've been through a lot today, but yours will be in the packaging, brand new, not wrinkled. And the back. Another one that says Christ Coffee and Crochet, but this one is in the pistachio color, which I think is just so pretty. A cozy crew neck. I love this one. I wear this one very often. I wear them all the time, but this one I think I've gotten the most use out of because I'm a stay-at-home mom who's in loungewear all the time, and I like to be super cozy. Like obviously right now when I took this off, I threw this on, because I just love me like a sweat set and yoga pants or sweatpants with a crew neck. Oh, it is the best. It is so comfortable. Lastly, the support your local small business shirt. This one also has some vintage inspired vibes, which I like a lot. The little stars helping each other out and dancing. How cute. So wish me luck on this clothing drop. Even though you guys are seeing this video after the clothing drop, there should still be some on the website. And I hope you guys love it. I do think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here so I can get started on some axolotls because I need to post a reel for the day. So I'm gonna focus on that. And I will see you guys next week. I'm gonna let you guys know how the drop went. As always, I will be honest, let you know how everything goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see in the future, and I will see you next week. Bye!